Hey guys, Rick with BamAquatics here. We live now? I think we are. It says I'm live, so we'll see. We'll get a response here. Give everybody a few minutes to come on. I appreciate everybody that's been coming in a little early here, chatting with me a few minutes. Now I've got Petsotics, Fancy Tail Aquatics, Cichlid King, got One Fish, Two Fish, just got Wicked Tanks in. How's everybody this evening? Matt's Monster Fish, what's up? Glad to have everybody with us. Thank you guys for joining me. Those of you that may be watching the Arachnid Aquatics is here. Those of you Raccoon Creek Aquatics, we've got a lot of folks rolling in. Those of you may be watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay as well. We've got several things we're going to talk about tonight. Just going to talk about some updates in the fish room and go through some things and tell you some things we're going to have upcoming. So we're going to, one of the things we're going to do, though, I'm going to give people a few minutes to get in here. Maybe Bob will come in. Haven't seen him yet. I actually have a box here from Bob that came in this afternoon. Had it inside, getting acclimated to the temperatures. Our temperatures warmed up here lately. So wasn't too cold outside anyway, but I wanted to let it sort of acclimate to the room temperature. And we're going to do a live unboxing here in just a few minutes. So we'll give everybody a few more minutes to roll on in before we get good and started. Hey, Isaiah. Glad you could join us. Hey, Scott. Have you ever had a problem with long-fin guppies with the babies and nipping them? The babies nipping the parents' fins? Is that what you're talking about, Arachnid? I don't typically see that a lot. I know some of the times the parents eat some of the fry, but okay. Yeah, I don't typically see that a lot in my tanks. It could happen some, but as far as actually seeing the fish do that, I don't think so, and I don't see any evidence of that as well. Hey, Heirloom Aquatics. So I don't think I've not noticed it. Does anybody else? I know Scott has a lot of the guppies. Do you see that, Scott, where you have some of the fry nipping the parents' tails and finnage? Hey, Rack. I don't typically see that. Yeah, now sometimes I have heard I keep most of my guppies separated from the other type fish, but I have heard that, hey, Brittany, I have heard that sometimes like neons or rasbora, tetras, and some other fish like that sometimes might, but I have not seen that for mine right anyway. Well, I was hoping Bob might make it before I did this. We'll tell you what we'll do. We'll kind of go with it. We'll kind of wait and see if Bob's able to make it. He may not. He may have to watch it on a replay, and if so, that's fine. But so I do have an unboxing we're going to do in a few minutes. Bob Kaler got some plecos from Bob, so I'm going to do a live unboxing tonight of those. I'm excited about that. As I mentioned, we've got them inside. We've had them sort of acclimating. I haven't unboxed them yet, Raccoon Creek. I'm going to do that in just a few minutes. Let's see here. I'm going to there we go. So anyway, we're going to do that in a few minutes. And we're going to do that. But first off, I can just talk. We always go through and kind of have sort of a format, not a real format here, but we kind of have a little bit of a format. Hey, Flynn's Fish Forum. Yeah, it was Bob the other night with all the dead fish, Scott. Hey, Daryl. Yes, it was. So anyway, yeah, he had some problems, so I haven't talked to him today to see how he got that resolved. But so anyway, hopefully he'll he'll get that. Oh yeah, Raccoon Creek. The other plecos that I got are doing great. The little baby ones I got in are doing awesome. And now I have some more. Hey Cassie. Hey Valley Fish. Man, we've got a lot of people coming in. Thanks, Liz, for sharing it. So yeah, we've got I have the little wee plecos, as someone called them, in the tank, and they're doing great. They're all doing terrific. So they're doing great. And I think Bob sent me some of the mom and dads of the ones, the mom and dad maybe, or in that same line of, I've got the mom and dad here. So we'll go ahead and do that unboxing first. Then we'll talk about what's going on in the fish room. I want to hear from you guys what's going on in your fish room. We're probably going to go about an hour. I know Jeff Rowe will be on here about 8. I think we all need to go over there and kind of raid his stream here about 8. So anyway, let's we'll do that. But for right now, let's go ahead and see about this unboxing. Maybe Bob will roll in, or either he can look at the replay. So I haven't really done an unboxing with the computer here. So we're going to try this and see if I can't get this going. It's going to be a weird angle, I know, but we'll see if I can't figure out how to do it. So again, as I always say, if you've ever watched my videos, be very careful when you're using a knife or a box cutter or something like that on these boxes. I have a fear that I'm going to dig in too far and we're going to cut some of the cut a bag or something inside there and have the water all spill out here right in front of me. So far that hasn't happened, but I imagine it could. So anyway, just got it opened up here. Bob has done a great job packing it here. It's got it with styrofoam here, some styrofoam peanuts on top. He has a heat pack here, which is still warm, so that's awesome. It's not still warm. Underneath the heat pack, I've got my handy dandy. It's about 80. Just scanning that, it's about 83 degrees. So let's see. Yeah, the fish are pretty warm too. They're about 83 degrees in there too. So anyway, that's awesome. They're nice and warm. So let's see what we've got here. Packed it in here with a few peanuts here. And see the bag. I see movement. So I think we're going to be fine here. Let's get these guys out. Oh yeah, they're both in there. Seem to be doing fine. I don't know if you guys can see them in this. I'm going to put them in the specimen container, and we're going to get a better look at them. These. I believe, I'm not sure, Liz, what type heat pack. I think it's the same. Hey, Kendall. I think it's a Uniheat. I have some like that that I believe are the same kinds that I use. And I believe they're Uniheat as well. They're 72-hour, the ones I get. Yeah, that's the ones I use, Liz, are the 72-hour ones. And they do real well. I believe they're Uniheat. So, anyway, they came in fine. I'm going to go ahead and the bag is nice and warm. So even with the cool weather, the temperature of the about 80 degrees there. So it's a good temperature. So I'm gonna open up the bag, and we're gonna get them in the specimen container where we can take a look at them. A better look at them anyway. So he taped the corners of the bag here, nice, so they couldn't get caught there. Flip you guys over a little bit. Uh-oh, the bag's leaking with it on that end. I may have cut it, so let's cut it on this end, and we'll get it in the specimen container. Be right back with you guys. let's see if you can see these guys. Some glare on there. Trying to hold it to where the glare is not so bad. Trying to get the right angle, guys. Sorry about that. But they're both in there. They have an excellent, beautiful pattern on them. So it's going to give these guys a little bit of time to acclimate to the temperature of the tanks. And maybe by the end of the stream here, I'll be able to let these guys out into the tank. So I'm gonna go ahead. Just give me just a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back, and I will. And then we'll keep going. Okay. I'm gonna put these in the tank that they're gonna go in. All right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, they are gorgeous, and saw where someone had asked if they were calico or just regular. They're just regular bristlenose, but they have an amazing pattern on them. So they're a unique pattern, even though they're just a regular bristlenose pleco. And his heat pack is still warm, so that was great. And then I do use the Uniheat 72-hour packs. Yes, we're going to put those in the tank in just a few minutes. We're not going to leave them in that container very long, but just wanted to give them a little bit of time to cool down just a little bit before I dropped them in the tank. So, all right. So I don't know. I've missed a lot of the chat here. So if you've asked something, then go ahead and ask it again. If you could put BamAquatics on there, you could do at BamAquatics. Then that way I could see it. I know Dan does that, and my chats are nothing like Dan's, but it does make it easier to be able to see what you guys have said and asked. So I noticed some people are hitting some goals that we were talking about up here. So and they are just the regular bristlenose plecos, just the common pleco, but they have a very unique pattern on them. Anyway, that was good. Oh, there you are, Bob. I just opened up the plecos you sent me. Everything's great. So in just a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and release them in the tank. I'm going to just net them out of the specimen container and put them in the tank. So just in a couple of minutes, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But thank you, Bob. They came in great. So I appreciate that. So let's see. We've had a lot of different people coming here. Aquarium Adventures, thank you for being here. Bob's here. Deela's here. Craig Hawks is here. Raccoon Creek Aquatics. I'm sure I've missed some people. No, Heirloom, I have not went fishing for some wild rainbow shiners. I have not done that. That is something that I would like to do. As far as that goes, I would like to go and get some wild caught fish, but I haven't done that yet. Hey, Fish Tropic, good to see you too. Good to see everybody going and sharing the love with everyone else and doing that. That's nice. Bob's been putting some fish into tanks. Oh, you've got some, okay, from Bentley. I understand. That's great. Yeah, good job on the fish and the shipping, as Craig said. Cichlid King Aquatics is here too. So anyway, we usually talk a little bit about what's going on in the fish room and kind of what's happened from 1 week to the next. And so I would go ahead and sort of go along that format now. We're going to take a break in a minute. We're going to head over to the tank and gonna let those guys out of the specimen container just in a few minutes, because they're not that big of a difference between the tank and the water down the tank they're going in. Yes, I put backgrounds up. Yeah, I had a video on that too, Dila. I sure did. So they look better, don't they? The tanks behind me didn't have any backgrounds, but I put a background up. There is a video on that about how I did that. Very simple. Use poster board and put that up behind there. So makes the tanks look a whole lot better. You can see the fish in them a lot better. Brings out the colors. So that was an awesome thing there. So I've had a lot of stuff going on in the fish room actually since last time we spoke, which has been a couple of weeks ago because we didn't have a stream last week due to Thanksgiving. But I got in several fish. I got in some Lemia tridens. Don't know if any of you guys have heard of those. It's a Lemia live bear. I just discovered this fish online and just sort of fell in love with it and wanted to find some. I kind of had a hard time finding them. But finally I was able to get some from the wet spot out in Washington or Oregon, one or the other. And so I got some Lemia tridens, and these I haven't even showed an unboxing on those guys yet. So that's coming up. But I have that as well as the first thing that I got into the fish room over the last 2 weeks. Hey Dee, hey everybody, got Dr. Sashimi coming in as well. Nice to have you. Nathan likes drums. Dee's here. Glad to have everybody joining us. And I also, along with the Lemia tridens, I got some White Cloud Mountain minnows that I've been wanting to get. That unboxing I just posted a little bit back. And so Mountaintop Fish sent me those guys. So I was really great to have those. That's something I've kind of been wanting. To get. So that was a nice addition to a tank, and we can look at those later. I had a video already out on those. So we'll talk about that. And then I've got some more, but Craig had a question here. Talk a little bit more about the wet spot. Yeah, the wet spot is a fish. It's a store it's either in Washington or Oregon. It's not a local breeder, which I prefer to buy my fish from local breeders when I can find them. But I couldn't really find those fish. I even went to a live bear site on Facebook, talked to Greg Sage, talked to Dan, Dan's Fish, and several other people, and nobody seemed to know where to find those. But in that forum on, I believe it's Unique. I'll have to look up the link. I think it's Unique Live Bears or Wild Caught Live Bears or something like that on Facebook. I actually went to look for them there, and I was asking about them if anybody had any or anything like that. And they just sort of guided me and said, hey, I think Wet Spot just got some in. And so sure enough, I went to check their website, and they did have some. Yeah, the shipping is something else. You're right, Liz. The shipping costs more than the fish costs. I think I got 6 of the tridens for, I think they were like $6 each maybe or something, and then the shipping ran it up. If one of the mods might want to put the link on that. The fish came in really well. They were packaged well. And everything was fine. The fish were healthy. They actually held back on shipping me the fish. We were going to do a shipment earlier, and they notified me that they had a little bit of clamp fin issue, and they didn't want to ship them out until they made sure everything was okay. And so they held back on that and waited to make sure the fish were healthy before they sent them to me. And so I appreciate them doing that. So that shows you that they seem to care about the product that they're sending out. Like I say, I would normally have bought from a local breeder, but I couldn't find any that way. So I went ahead and got them from them. And so far they're doing good. Like I said, I haven't even put the unboxing video up yet. Hello, Hustle Woman Aquatics. Good to have you here. Have I missed anybody else that joined us? Okay, I don't see anything. Yeah, their stock list is insane. They have, I mean, I was amazed at the fish they had. So if there's a unique fish that you've been looking for, then the Wet Spot might have it. And like I said, I had a good experience with them as far as the communication, the shipping, and all that stuff. Yeah, so I had a really good experience, Craig. I did. So yeah, they treated me really great. And like I said, it meant a lot to me that even though I wanted the fish and I hated to have to wait, but it meant a whole lot to me that they were willing to say, hey, we're not going to ship these fish because we want to make sure everything's okay with them. That really impressed me a lot. So they're not just there to make a buck. So anyway, that's good. But as Liz said, the shipping is expensive coming from way over there, especially all the way to Alabama. So anyway. Yeah, Liz is one heck of a moderator. I just gave her her wrench today, and she's already on the job. So I appreciate that, Liz. Yeah, Raccoon Creek said Aquatic Arts is a good place too. Had a huge sale and sold out of a lot of things last week. I don't know what that's supposed to say. Last week, last install, whenever that might be. Anyway, so we got, so I got those fish in from the Wet Spot. Had a great experience with them. Leave me a trident, and we may take a look at them later. We'll see how long the stream goes. But I'm going to definitely have a video coming out on those. And I got the White Cloud Mountain Minnows from Mountaintop Fish. And then I actually got some more shrimp. Some of you know I've been kind of expanding a little bit in some different areas a little bit. I still have a lot of guppies, and I'm still expanding a little bit there, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But I'm expanding a little bit more into the shrimp as well. And I actually added another variety of Neocardina shrimp, which is the orange rilly shrimp. I added some orange rillies, which is a shrimp that I got from Corey, which is a guy here in Alabama that I've gotten almost all of my shrimp. I got a couple from Mark Shelley, but most of my shrimp came from Cody. He's a guy here in Alabama that has some great shrimp. So he had some orange rillies that I got from him. So anyway, they're doing great, and so I'm added those. So now I have actually, I think I have 6 varieties of Neos. I have Black Rose, Blue Dream, Yellow Goldenback, Snowball, Cherry Red, and the Orange Rilly. I believe that's 6. So I have 6 different varieties of shrimp that I'm breeding right now. And I have shrimplets, I believe, in every tank except for the Orange Rilly, and I have a couple of those that are saddled. I haven't seen any buried, and then the Yellow Goldenback, I've buried at least one buried Yellow Goldenback. So I'll be having some shrimplets from those too. So in the future, I'll be offering some Neos for sale, as well as some of the guppies and things too. So I've got that coming on. I don't know if he's still here, but Isaiah with Mystic Knoll Aquatics, he actually sent me some albino blue-eyed bristlenose plecos. That unboxing and video actually is coming out tomorrow. So that is so tomorrow morning early, I'll be putting out the video of the albino blue-eyed plecos that I got from Mystic Knoll Aquatics, which is a guy that I met through YouTube. So that was awesome. And I got those. And then, of course, I believe we did a live unboxing on the baby bristlenose that I got from Bob. He couldn't catch the 2 bristlenose that I just got. And so I got the bristlenose, the babies from him, and then I got the mom and dad today. So anyway, on that note, why don't we go and release the plecos I just got into the tank? How about we do that right quick? So again, you're going to have a wild, bumpy ride because I'm on the laptop, so it's not so easy to get that in there. But we're going to do that, and we're going to get those guys in the tank, get them out of that water they were shipped in. So let me get my net, my bucket, and we'll head in there. So this might be a more wild ride than normal because I'm carrying things with me. So put your seatbelts on, everyone. Now look at any mess or anything. It's kind of dark for a minute here. We're in the dark area. So let's see. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this exactly. I'm going to set it up here. And they're up here in this container. And we'll get up close and personal and look at them again in a minute. But I'm going to get these guys out of here. All right. All right, so we just let them go. There's one right there on the front glass. Beautiful. Everybody coming over to see what's going on over here. These are my Lemia perugiae in this tank also. And the other one went way back to the back corner back there. Can you guys see that? As you can see, they're beautiful plecos. Then this one here on the front glass. And those are the Lemia tridents there, and then the White Cloud mountain minnows are in. I'm sorry, these aren't the tridents. These are the perugiae, and the White Cloud mountain minnows in this tank. And the baby bristlenose are also in this tank somewhere. They're kind of small, so it's harder to see them, but I have seen them several times, so I know all 3. Oh, there's one. Can y'all see the guy on the wood there? There's one of the little guys right there. So anyway, they're doing good as well. And looks like these guys are here getting ready to clean up some algae. So anyway, that worked out good. Seemed to be fine. So we'll come back and check on them a little later. And we'll do a little update video on these guys over the next few days. But the little small guy down there is pretty cool too. So anyway, that worked out fine. I always hit my head on that light, in case y'all noticed that. Do that every time. All right, let me get you back in here. We'll talk a little bit more. Yeah, that wild ride lost some viewers, I see. I don't blame you. I wouldn't have stuck around for that either. In my blanket fort. Yeah, you were in my blanket fort. So, yeah. All right, let's see here. Yep, they're your babies. Did you see your baby, Bob? You could at least see one of them. Yeah, we went on a little field trip, JCP. Yes, dude, I had to go feed the kids. All right, let's see. Let me see if I get caught back up. Yeah, it was a wild ride. Have to look away. Yeah, went through my blanket fort there for a minute into my other room. Ragnar, we just released the plecos into the tank, so they're all nice and happy there. I'm gonna make my face blue. I hope my face doesn't turn blue. We'd be having some problems then. Yes, excellent shipping, excellent fish, Bob. Everything looks great. So thank you for that. Yeah, it seemed simple enough. I mean, but as you could see, you didn't. Yours didn't get there safely yesterday, Bob. So anyway, what have you contacted the seller to see if, what they're going to do about uh, the fish that you lost yesterday, Bob? Okay, so they're going to take care of it, I guess. Hey, Susan, glad to have you. All right, we've got a lot of. We talked a little bit about the things that I have added to the fish room this week. Yeah, we'll do a video on shipping, Scott. We need to. I need to add that to my list. I got a handy dandy pen here. Got several videos in mind. So yeah, it's still warm. It is still warm. So it is. So it worked good, and I believe you're using the same kind that I have, which is first one to suggest these to me was Scott, who was talking about the video with Fancy Tail Aquatics. So yeah, Uniheat. That's what I use, the 72-hour version of that. So that way it gives it several days to take care of it. So thank goodness you were shipping southward. Yeah, our weather really warmed up today. Excuse me, I don't want my computer to go dead. So if you were shipping down my way, then it would be something else. So be warm now, so that's good. So upcoming, what I have upcoming in the fish room. Let's hear about what you guys have had going on in your fish room too, and what's been going on in your guys' lives. You know, we've just had Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful to be with my family that day. So it was great, and we missed the stream last week. So hey, DPK, Mr. D, not Nola Jane. Had several people come into the chat. So anyway, glad to have everybody. So what's been going on in your fish room? Let's hear about that too. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about what we've got upcoming here in my fish room. The next thing probably coming up as far as an expansion goes, as a matter of fact, I remember earlier someone asked me how many tanks I have now. So now I have 18 tanks and then 3 beta tanks. So I have 21 total, I guess. Is that right? 1, 2, 4, 16, 18. Yeah, 21. So I have 21 tanks right now. So there's quite a lot of tanks already. But the plan is to have another rack that I'm probably going to put. I'm going to show you my mess and stuff. That's where I keep like supplies and things like that. So it's a mess over there. And there's my heater. That might be a video to do sometime. But over on that wall right there, I'm going to add another rack there. And I have a rack that will hold, it'll hold either 4 20 longs or 3 20 longs, or every how many combination of 4 10s for each 20 longs. So basically could hold, my plan is to do 3 20 longs and 4 10s on that rack though. So that's my plan, is to do that for this, for my next project as far as an expansion goes. And I plan on starting to work on that soon. As a matter of fact, I already have the 3 20 longs, and I think 3 10-gallon tanks, and I already have the rack. And I'm working on getting everything that I need to set that up. So anyway, I'm going to work on that. And so that's going to sort of be the next area that as far as tanks go. So once I do that, I have what I said, 18 tanks, and then 3 beta tanks, which would be 21. But I'm going to do the 3 tanks there, and the 7 tanks, so that'll be 7 more tanks. So it'll be up to like 28 tanks once I do that. Thank you, Planet Tank. What am I bringing to the greet and meet? I don't know, Susan. What do you mean exactly? Thank you, Raccoon Creek Aquatics. Glad you could be here. Petsotics is going to set up a 20-gallon before Christmas. Petsotics, you're Carlos, right? I'm trying to learn everyone's name, and I may not know your name. And I'm working on it. So if I don't know your name now, it's not because you're not important. I have a hard time with names. So if I haven't yet, then I'm going to get you. I'll get your name eventually. But thanks for coming to Raccoon Creek. So yeah, 20 high. I have 3 20 highs in the other room. The tank I just released the plecos in was a 20 high, and I'm going to go to some 20 long. So, oh, okay, a swap area. That'd be good. I'll bring something. Yeah, send a letter out or do something. Diego. Okay, Diego. Sorry about that. Somebody here is Carlos too, so I'm gonna. I know, but I don't remember who. So Petsotics is Diego. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know, Susan. We're having a meet and greet. Susan's talking about a meet and greet. We're going to have a meet and greet with anybody, I guess, in the fish fam that can get to the Birmingham area. She has some information on that. So anybody that would want to come, I'm quite sure. DPK is Carlos. Okay, I got you. So anyway, yes, we're going to have a meet and greet. Remind us when that is, Susan. I've asked us to work for it, but I don't remember the date. So anyway, so that we're going to do that. So anybody that could get there, apparently we're going to do on the SLC Aquatics Facebook page and on Susan's website. Susan, would you link your own website, please, ma'am? January 19th, 11 to 3 in McCalla, Alabama. So, Susan, I don't mind you linking your own website. I know you wouldn't normally do that, but it'd be great if you could, so people could see that if anybody's nearby. Could go check out that website. Susan has a great website. She has shout outs to different hey, Brandon, good to see you. Glad you could make it. She has a lot of information on there and links to some different places to buy some products from, places that she has bought products from in the past. So you know that she's had a good experience with that. So that is great. So check that out. You can find some good stuff on the website. So once I get the 20 long tank, 20 long tanks. I can't talk tonight. English is hard sometimes. But when I get the 20 long tanks set up, I'm going to add some fish to those, which this will be happening pretty soon, actually. At least one of them. I'm going to get the rack and going to get one of the tanks going at minimum. Probably two, because I have several fish that'll be coming in. So got several things coming in over here in the next few weeks. So I have some fish from Dan, Dan's Fish, that I ordered. Some of you may have seen his thing from Nigeria, where he's got some fish in from Nigeria. So I'm getting several of the fish that he has from Nigeria to add to my collection. Some killifish I'm adding. I'm going to try to pronounce the names of what I'm going to be getting, but this will just be a quick rundown. I'm getting some epiplates, the species Akio. This is like a silver killifish with a black, some black stripes down the back. This one he thought was Epiplates grahami, but it ended up not being that. So in order to make sure that we keep these sort of separated, it's the species Akio, which is part of the collection point. Also getting some Procatopus similis from Port Harcourt, which is in Lampi. Some Poropanchex luxophthalmus, which is a neon green lampi. And also getting Aphyosemion collyrium ogun, which is another Aphyosemion that I had that I'm adding. I have some Aphyosemion Kofe that I got from him. Yeah, Killy species names are tough. And Gamer's Wife, thank you for coming by. Appreciate it, and glad you enjoyed the sticker. So I'm glad you did. And that was something else I was going to mention. That if someone wants a sticker, didn't get a sticker, then just let me know what your address is. If you want to send me an email to BamAquaticsFish@gmail.com, you can go ahead and do that, and we will. I'll get you a sticker out. Okay, so just go ahead and do that. I'll be happy to send you one free of charge. Just send me your address and your name. I'm trying to learn names, but I won't know everyone's name. So anyway, just send me that, and I'll be happy to send you a sticker out. Glad you got yours too, Liz. So what's been going on in your fish rooms? I want to hear about that too. Haven't heard too much about that. DPK, I'm trying to keep up a little bit with the chat. DPK had said, check for plexiglass at Hobby Lobby. They're good if you double them up to make a lid and use heat cutter to cut them to the shape of a tank. It makes it last longer. I guess he was telling somebody about a lid for a tank. Hey, Guppy Puppies. Glad to have you here. JCP Aquatics. I don't know if I've mentioned you yet. But yeah, Brandon, that is a nice lineup of fish from Dan. I have been excited about that, to get these, and finally ordered them today. They're going to ship out Monday, so I'll probably get them Tuesday. So that'll give me a little time in order to get at least one of those tanks set up. I'm going to separate the species. I'm not going to put them all in one tank, but I have a couple of other things I'm going to do as well. Glad to see some people coming back in, joining us. Up 28 people watching, looks like. It also have some plants coming from Leah's One Fish, Two Fish. Has got me some plants on the way. I believe I'll probably get those plants Friday. Maybe tomorrow will be Friday, won't it? My days, someone had asked me about Black Friday, how I'll survive Black Friday. I don't know if some of you may not know what I do, but I'm a manager at Academy Sports is what I do that pays the bills. Fish are just for fun. Maybe one of these days I will be able to do fish more as as a money maker, at least to pay for the hobby. I don't expect to make a whole lot of money off selling fish or anything like that, but maybe it can sort of help to pay for the hobby anyway. But I should be getting some frog bit from Liz and some surprises that she sent in the box, she said. Yeah, Cassie, tomorrow's Friday. I know, right? My days all kind of mixed together. So anyway, yeah. What do you guys? I see somebody said about a water worm starter kit. You guys, I was thinking about a bonus plant I'm going to love. Okay, thanks, Liz. I look forward to opening that up. And if I don't do it live, then we'll definitely have an unboxing for it. Oh, wicked. Thanks. One fish has a package coming your way, and the post office is holding it hostage. Yeah. I know this time of year, sometimes it's hard to get the packages here on time. And one fish, I think, Liz, I think I'm actually going to get the package tomorrow. It's just made it to Birmingham. So I'm thinking it may come tomorrow. Usually if it gets to Birmingham about this time, then I'll usually have it the next day. So I just got an update. Yeah, and the planted tank, the Python is like amazing. So I use it on my tank, and I don't know what I would do without it if I didn't have the Python. It literally cut down the time it takes me to do the water changes on all these tanks. So that is pretty good. Pretty good invention that we had. Before everybody leaves, I know we'll probably go till about 8, but a couple of things. I'm going to do some individual species videos on some of the different species that I have in the fish room. As you know, I have several strains of guppies, which I'll be talking about the different strains of guppies. And then I have several different live bears, a couple of different lemias. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the shrimp I have. I've got some angelfish, which update on the angelfish that I got from Susan. Yeah, hell to the Python. I agree. Hell to the Python. But the angels I got from Susan spawned again, but they ate their, I guess they ate the eggs again. So I suppose the next time I will remove the eggs, and we're going to try it that way. I was hoping they might be able to raise their young themselves, which I know some angelfish will do that. But apparently these don't want to yet anyway. I watched a video by Susie with Susie Q Aquatics, and that was she had some angels that had eaten their babies and different things that happened several times. So anyway, we'll maybe I'll take the eggs out next time. So anyway, I've got that. But to let you guys know, for the next few weeks, yeah, I feed them live. I feed them some brine shrimp and all those kind of things. So bloodworms and different things. So I don't know. I've tried to keep them well fed, but on the upcoming streams, let me tell you all about this. Next week on the 6th, we're going to have a special guest with me. Is going to be Joseph with JH Aquatics. He's agreed to come on. A lot of you guys know Joseph. He's going to come on. We're going to have questions for him. You know, he's from the Virgin Islands, and he does a lot of wild-caught guppies and different things like that. And so next week, 12/6, 7 o'clock Central Time, we're going to have Joseph with JH Aquatics will be on. Set your calendar for that. So he'll be here on the 6th. I'm going to go ahead and put these live streams on the page. And then the following week on 12/13, again, all these will be at 7 o'clock Central Time. I'm going to have Susie from BamAquatics is going to be on. Tried to have her on for Thanksgiving, had to cancel that. But we're going to have her on 12/13. She's agreed to come on 12/13 to be here for that week. And then 12/20, if all goes well between now and then, but the plan is Rack from River Life will be on with me on 12/20. So got 3 great guests lined up for the next 3 weeks. So we're going to have Joseph, JH Aquatics, Susie with BamAquatics, and Rack from River Life for the next 3 weeks. So we've got some great guests lined up. We may have a co-host back. Talk to Brandon a little bit about coming on and with me. We've done some collaborations in the past, so we're gonna do that. BamAquatics date is 12/13 Thursday. So we've got those 3. So 12/6 is Joseph, JH Aquatics, 12/13 Susie with BamAquatics, and 12/20 Rack from River Life. So we've got some great guests coming up. I'm working on the schedule for the following week in January. So hopefully we're going to continue to have some great guests. Yes, Susan, 12/13 BamAquatics. No, I'm not playing around. I'm going to try to get some good guys and gals on here, so you guys will keep up with. We'll have the best people here anyway. Besides me, the other people will be the best people. I'm just here to give some comic relief or something like that. That's what I used to tell Brandon all the time. So mark your calendars for those dates. Yeah. Yes, please link it to the Team Green site anytime. That would be great. So I'm going to put those up over the next few days. I'll be adding those in. Rack, of course, is the founder of the Team Green Alliance. So, yes, please put that up. And I'll put links to the weeks, so you can go ahead. I'll go ahead and put those up. We can go ahead and set your reminders for these different events that we're going to have coming up. I'll go ahead and schedule those. So we'll be having a good time here over the next few weeks. I know Bob is waiting. Has waited patiently for me to finish rambling here, as he would say. Yeah, a great supportive community on Team Green Alliance on the Facebook page. It really is. It's really been a benefit to me. There's a lot of support. There's a channel of the week, and I know that there's a lot of people that will go, and when there's a new channel posted, or maybe you're not a member of Team Green Alliance, to tell you just a tiny bit about it, most people probably know. Oh, Bob's scarfing his dinner. Okay, well, I'll stretch, as they say. Is that what they say? But Team Green Alliance is a great thing. It's a Facebook group. It helps get the word out from newer channels and newer creators. And anyone with a goal. My goal was to make it to 400 before the end of the year. I think with the help of Team Green Alliance and all you guys, it looks like that might happen. May even exceed that goal. My goal before the end of next year is to have 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, so that's what my goal is. So hopefully I'll be able to reach that goal. But Team Green Alliance is a great group. You can ask questions there, and the questions get answered by people that care, people that are interested in the same things you are. I've had questions, and you get answers almost immediately, because that's a group. I'm not sure how many members are there now, Rack. Do you have a kind of a total? I don't know if you have an exact total, but I know it was over 100 then, and when I looked last. So anyway, 369 subs now. Okay, thanks, Susan. 149 members on Team Green Alliance Facebook page, or I don't know if it's called members, but people on the page anyway. And what I was saying is I've asked questions, and almost instantaneously with that number of people, somebody's connected and will give an answer pretty fast usually. I've been really impressed by that. And people are there to help. I've got a lot of help from growing from lots of people. I was laughing at Liz. I'm trying to watch the chat as I talk, and I cracked up a little bit because she said it's growing like a guppy colony. That's right. It's growing very fast, so that's awesome. Yeah, so there's a link to the Facebook group. Susan was also one of the people that helped to start the group. I think it was Rack's idea maybe, but he got several people involved early, and they talked about it. It's just a great place. Yeah, you can post your upcoming live streams, so everybody come join that group. It's an awesome group. Anyway, let's see, what else did I have? I made a list. I would joke with Brandon because he used to be my co-host, and I told him that when he used to be here, I didn't have to make as much of a list because he would help me out. He would always have a good list. But since Brandon's no longer with me, you can't read my writing. But see, I actually have to have my own list here. So it's kind of going to see if there was anything I missed here before we sign off for the evening. I think primarily I talked about everything. I'm glad to have everybody here. Again, don't forget, I did see your comment, Rack. I'd love to have a green bandana. So sure, I'll send you a sticker, and green bandana would be awesome. So that sounds good. So just send me your address, BamAquaticsFish@gmail.com. Anybody who wants a sticker, just send me your address, and bam, you'll get a sticker just like that. Bam, you'll get your sticker. So we're going to sign off here. I know Bob's planning on doing a live stream. He's got something there. I kind of withheld a little bit of information tonight, but there'll be some other special things coming into the fish room. But I think Bob's got something that we're all going to want to see. So let's all head over there to Bob Kaler's channel and check out what he's got to unbox for us. And then after that, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be heading over to the Jeffro's stream there too. So anyway, head over to Bob's channel. Liz just had a link there, so that was great. So just click that link. You'll go right over to Bob's channel, and we'll see you over there. Good to have you here this week. Don't forget, next week, Joseph, JH Aquatics. And the week after that, Susie, Q Aquatics. And then after that, Rack from River Life. So thanks, guys. Come back and see us again next time here from good old Bama.